Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So in today's session we'll discuss one more concept in generative AI. So in our previous sessions we have seen different types of Gen AIs, and we have seen how each type of generative AI works. So in order to create an image or a text or a video or even a code, right? So we have seen a lot of examples, the limitations, advantages, and how each Gen AI works. So now in today's session, we'll see how we can communicate with a generative AI model in order to get the output. That's we call it as a prompt engineering. So in today's session, we will discuss about the complete introduction about prompt engineering. Yes. So without delay, let us start the session. Prompt engineering, very important concept in a generative AI. So everyone should know this prompt. So first, let us know about what is a prompt. A prompt is an input or instruction. Input or instruction. So what is the input where we are going to give this input? So these input or instruction will be given to AI model. Okay, AI model. The input or instruction will be given as given to the AI model, so which will produce the quality output. The quality output. So the quality of output will be depending upon the input or instruction. That means the quality will be depending upon a prompt, how effectively we are giving this prompt. And this output can be either text or image or video or a code. So we have seen a lot of GPTs to generate text, image, video or code. Now prompt or input. So how, or we can say prompt can be what exactly we need. What exactly we need, right? So that we have to describe. That we have to describe. So this quality depends upon how clearly and specifically giving the prompt. This quality depends upon how clearly and specifically giving the prompt. So if the prompt is somewhat confusing, automatically we will be get the irrelevant results. Okay, so confusing prompt will result irrelevant results. So but in our further, in our previous sessions we have discussed about the differences between Gen AI and traditional AI. So in that we have discussed one point, that Gen AI will be generating the new content. It is a chat based interactions. So continuously we can optimize the results by continuously giving the output. So that will be done with the trial and error methods. So if you give the prompt clearly and specifically, automatically the trial and error methods will be reduced. Okay, the trial and error methods will be reduced. So let me tell you an example. See, example for a prompt. So I'm giving a prompt like, tell me about machine learning models. Machine learning models. So this is a prompt I just given. So what I am expecting means, so in my mind I am expecting, so what are the most useful machine learning models, and I need one real time example or real life example for each model and describing each model purpose. Okay, I want everything in a tabular format. So instead of giving the complete thing, I have just given the prompt as tell me about a machine learning model. So what I am getting means I'll get a lot of information about this machine learning models. Okay, so I have to once again refine the output. Okay, so instead of that we can optimize this prompt. Optimized prompt. So here optimized prompt means this one, clear and specific. So list ML models. ML means machine learning models in tabular format describing purpose and real life example. So what I am refining this prompt. So first prompt I am giving tell me about a machine learning models. So I will be getting a lot of information about that. So instead of giving this type of prompt, I am specifying the complete information clearly. So list ML models in a tabular format describing purpose and a real life examples for each. So that what I will be getting for this prompt in the complete AI model information in a tabular format, so that I can easily grasp the content. I can easily understand the content. Okay, so the quality of output will be depending upon how clearly and specifically we are specifying the prompt. And usually this prompt can be either text or image, anything, okay, or a video, anything. So everything should be in a clear format. The prompt should be in a clear format. Okay, see how this prompt works, how it works. So whenever we give the prompt, it will understand the context. So what the user wants to get the output. Okay, first step, it understand the context. In understand the context. After understanding the context, what we are saying, so the machine learning or generative AI models doesn't think like a human, so they will be predicting based upon the trained data. So they will be trained with a massive data. So from that massive data, it will be generating a few the predictions will be done. So the next step, it will predict most relevant output from training data. From training data. This is the second one, right? The first step is it will understand the context, and the second step after understanding the context. So here the context is ML models, machine learning models, and tabular format. So it then predict the most relevant output from the training data. So what it has been trained, from that it will be predicting the output. And then the last step, it generate the output in either text or image, etc. So here etc means either it can be a video or it can be a code. So this is how this prompt will be working. The prompt will be working. Okay, and also if you clearly specify the prompt, okay, if you clearly specify the prompt, it will make the AI models to understand. So clear prompt makes AI models understand content and how the output should be. right? So desired style. So in which style it should be giving. So here we are specifying the tabular formats. So desired style, accurate result, relevant, the data should be relevant, the output should be relevant, and finally it will reduce trail and error. Trail and error. So first time we'll be getting a lot of information. From that we can refine the output by giving a one more prompt. Okay, so that trial and error methods will also be reduced if you give this a clear prompt. This is most important. Clear prompt. Okay, so hope you understood. So now the prompt engineering definition is, the definition of prompt engineering is, it is an input or an instruction. Okay, so it is used to design and refine the input. Design and refine the input to generate quality output. The prompt, whatever the prompt we are giving, that is used to design and refine the input. So how clearly you will be giving the input, that quality we will be getting the output, right? So this is called as a prompt engineering. So how efficiently we are writing the prompt. So we have to clearly specify how we required and what we required, so that from that particular prompt or input, the AI models will be generating the quality output, right? So the complete output, the quality of output completely depends upon the input which we are giving to the AI models. So that we are calling it as a prompts, right? So hope you understood what is a prompt and what is the importance of prompt engineering. So this is the most important, because without the input we can't get the output. That means the image format or text format or video format we can't generate. Okay, we can't get the complete quality data. So the complete output what we require will be depending upon the prompt. Okay, so how we describe the input. So hope you understood this one, and let us stop here. In our next session, we will see what are the different types of prompts. Okay, different types of prompts, and how we can refine and how can we give the quality prompt in order to get the quality product. I mean, the image or a text or a video or audio. Right? So I'll stop here, and hope you understand this one. And if you really enjoyed the session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So today we'll see one more session in prompt engineering, that is the summary of types of prompts. So in our previous session we have started the prompt engineering, and in that session we have discussed about what is a prompt and how it is important in generative AI. And in that we have discussed like a prompt is a input or an instruction given to the AI model in order to produce the quality output, and the quality of output will depends upon how clearly you are giving the instruction. So that means everything will be depending on a prompt which you are giving. So in today's session, let us start the types of prompts. So today I'll give you the complete overview of types of prompts. From the next session we'll see each and every category of prompts with a lot of examples, right? Yes, so let us start. Types of prompts. So the first one is a one shot prompt. One shot prompt. So before going to this one shot prompt, the first one is zero shot prompt. Zero shot prompt. So here the shot represents an example. So we will be giving the example to the AI model, and based upon the example it will analyze how we required the output. Okay, how we require the output. So if you are not giving any kind of example, so that is called as a zero shot prompt. So it is just like Q&A. Okay, just like Q&A. So you are asking some question, it was giving some answer from the pre-trained data. That's it. Okay, there is no examples we are giving. And the second category is one shot prompt. One shot prompt. So here the name itself indicates one example will be given. So one example will be given so that it will be understanding how you require the output. So from that understanding it will produce or it will generate the outputs. So that is a one shot prompt. One example will be given to the AI model. And the next one, few shot prompts. Few short prompt. So in this case, we are supposed to give multiple examples, not restricted to one example, multiple examples. So here we'll be giving some multiple examples. So from those multiple examples, it will analyze and it will give the output. It will produce the output. So that is called as a few short prompt. So here the short means giving some example. So based upon that example, it will give the result. So zero shot, zero example, one shot, one example, few shot, some multiple example. And the next category is instruction based prompt. Instruction based prompt. So here the name itself indicates we need to give the instruction. So the instruction should be very clear. So what we required, right? So what we require must be very clear in terms of instructions. Okay, the instructions will be very clear. So here also there will be no examples, right? Next, role based prompt. Role based prompt. So here the name itself indicates role based prompts means, so the AI model will be acting as a one role. Okay, so based upon that perspective it will return the results, it will produce the results. Okay, so AI model plays a role. For example, if I want to teach a concept in a programming, for example, some conditional statements in C programming for the first year students, okay, those who don't have any knowledge on programming. So I can ask ChatGPT, how can we deliver the content? Like, so imagine you are as a computer teacher, so the AI model will be acting as a computer teacher and it will suggest the content how to deliver in the class in order to better understanding for the students. So in this particular prompt, AI model plays a role. Okay, it plays a role. Okay, and the next one, output format prompt. Output format prompt means, so how we require the output. So if I require the output in a table or in a points or in a bullets or in a paragraph, so that is the output format prompt. So output style, it gives the output style like a table, bullets, paragraph, etc. So this is the output format prompt. Next, chained prompt. Chained prompt. So that is similar to our demonstrations. demonstrations, or step-by-step solutions, step-by-step explanations. If you required the step-by-step explanations, then we can go with the chained prompt. Okay, chain to prompt, right? Yes. And the next one is context based prompt. Context based prompt. So here we'll be giving the context. So in order to get the relevant and accurate, sorry, relevant and accurate prompts, in order to get the relevant and accurate prompts, that is a context based prompt. So we'll be giving some context, and in that context itself we can get the relevant and accurate data. So not the prompt, accurate output. Okay, and the final thing is a hybrid or multimodal prompts. Multimodal prompts. So that means one kind of data to another kind of data, the translations. Okay, so translations. So simple translations, that mean if you can upload an image and you can ask the content of that particular image, okay, the context of that particular image. So image you can upload and you can get the text, or if you give some text and you can ask to generate the image. So more than one type of data if you are using, that we can call it as a hybrid or multimodal prompts. Okay, so if any prompt consists of all these type of prompts, that we call it as a well formed prompts or well structured prompts. So why to use all these kind of prompts means, as we said, that prompt is directly proportional to the quality of the output. If the prompt is very clear and specific, then automatically the quality of output will be more, right? So hope you understood this type of prompts. In our next session we'll discuss about one by one in depth with a lot of examples. So I'll stop here, and if you really enjoyed the session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So in our previous session we have seen what are the different types of prompts in prompt engineering, and from today's session we'll see each prompt with an examples. Okay, so let us start with the first type of prompt, that is a zero shot prompt. So the first type of prompt is zero shot prompt. So the prompt is most important in Gen AI, because so how clearly we are mentioning the prompt, that much clearly we'll be getting the output. So that is very important while writing the prompt. So zero shot prompt means, the first one, there will be no examples given in the prompt. So the first point, no examples. So we are not giving any kind of examples to the prompt how the output should be generated. So no examples were given in prompt. So we are not specifying any examples. Okay, and the prompt, the output will be completely depends upon the instruction which we are passing out. So the AI model completely rely on pre-trained knowledge, because we are not giving any kind of information. So that is completely depending upon the pre-trained knowledge. So we said that any AI model will be trained with a massive data set. So purely from that pre-trained knowledge, the output will be generated. So the model completely depends upon instruction. So here the instruction means prompt. Completely it will be depending upon the prompt. Okay, and it is a quick. Okay, it is a quick and not quick and not always accurate. That's the most important. It is quick, but it is not always accurate. It will give the accurate result, but not always accurate. And how we have to give the prompt means the prompt should be given in a natural language instructions. Natural language instructions means with a simple language. So prompt should be given in simple English. Simple English, because so we will write these instructions in an English, so we have to use in a simple English. And prompts should be short and concise. The prompt should be short and concise. Okay, and this zero shot prompts will be used for general purpose tasks. Okay, so used for general tasks. So what are these general tasks? The first one, translation. Translation. So that means if you want to translate from one language to another language, so for that this uh, zero shot prompt will be useful. And the second one, summarization. So if you are having a lot of material, lot of paragraphs, and if you want to summarize that paragraph, okay, in a few sentences, so for that also we'll be using this zero shot prompt. And next one, translation, summarization, and question and answers. Simple question and answers. So we'll be asking some questions and it will be giving some answers. Okay, question and answers. And sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis. So we'll be giving some statements, and we are asking about to which sentiment it will be depending, right? So I'll show each examples for each and every task. Okay, so we'll use these prompts in the system. Okay, I'll show you in the system. And similarly, extraction of text. Extraction of text. So simply classification or a category. Okay, defining the category also we'll use these zero shot prompts. So these are very few. So for these kind of general purpose tasks, it will be suitable to use a zero shot prompts. Okay, so without delay, let us move on to the system, and I will show you one example for each one task. Okay, so that you will be understanding in perfect way. So let us move on to the system. Yes, hello friends. So just now we have seen what are the tasks we can do with zero shot prompts, and now we'll see in execution. So let us consider the first thing, that is a translation. So for the translation, as I said, that in order to translate from one language to another language, so let me give you the prompt. So the prompt is translate to Telugu. So I just want to translate the given sentence into Telugu. So translate the given sentence to Telugu. So I am giving the sentence in double quotations. So I am learning generative AI. So I'm just giving this prompt. So here I'm not giving any kind of examples, right? So I have not given any example, just I'm asking the question and it will give the answer. So you can see, so this is the complete translation of English sentence. నేను జనరేటివ్ కృత్రిమ మేధస్సు నేర్చుకుంటున్నాను. So this is a complete information. So that is one uh, task where this zero shot prompts will be used. Okay, direct translations. Okay, the next one is the summarization. So let us go with the summarization. So coming to the summarization, so I'll give this thing. So just use these kind of words in the prompts, right? So if you want to translate, use the word translate, and if you want to summarize the paragraph, just give the same thing. Summarize the paragraph in one sentence. So give that constraints also, right? So I'm using here, I'm giving AI is AI is used in healthcare, finance and education to improve efficiency. So I just want to summarize this particular paragraph. You can extend this one. So as the time constraint, I am just giving only one sentence. Okay, summarize the paragraph in one one sentence. Just give this one. So automatically we'll get it. And AI enhances efficiency in healthcare, finance and education. So it will summarize the paragraph. You can consider any other paragraph, okay, the complete paragraph, and you can summarize this one. And the next one is a sentiment analysis. So I'll show you one example for the sentiment analysis. So here, see, one type of prompt. So determine the sentiment in three categories. One is a positive, negative, and neutral. Okay, neutral. So neutral of, I need to give the sentence here. Okay, so I'll give the sentence, yes, the movie was good. Okay, so I have given one sentence that the movie was good, and based upon that sentence I just want to know whether it is a positive statement, negative statements, or a neutral statement. That kind of thing we call it as a sentiment analysis. Okay, so in this kind of sentiment analysis also the zero shot prompts will be useful. So if I give this one, see, yes, sentiment is a positive. Okay, so if I change this one, let us say I'll go with average. Okay, the movie was average. Now I just want to check the sentiment of this particular set. So you can see it's a neutral. So based upon the sentence we are giving, so it was representing the sentiment, either it is a positive statement, negative, or a neutral. So for this kind of sentiment analysis also, this zero shot prompts will be used. And the next one is a question and answers, a simple question and answers. Okay, so you can go with what is the square of 12? What is the square of 12? So direct question. Okay, we'll get the answer here. See, let's calculate carefully. So it will be giving 12 into 12, that is equal to 144. So direct answer. So here also we are not giving any kind of examples. Direct, we are asking the question, it was giving the output. Okay, direct instructions. Simply we can say direct instructions. And the next one is the text classification. So based upon the statement, we can classify the text into different categories. So let us see the prompt. So classify, the statement is, the company announced a new AI powered product today. Okay, under the categories, under the categories, we have to give the categories, in which categories we need to give, right? So I am giving the categories as technology, sports, politics. See, classify the statement based upon the different categories. Among those categories, what is that? So technology, sports, and politics. So this kind of text classification also will be using the zero prompt. So text classification. So don't worry, I'll give everything in the description. Okay, you can just practice. Example, one example for each task. And the next one is a paraphrasing. So if you want to rearrange the statement or reform the statement, okay, so you need to use the words like a paraphrase. Paraphrase the rapid advancement of technology is transforming our daily lives. So I just want to paraphrase this one. Okay, reform, simply we can say reform. See, the same thing, the rapid advancement of technology is transforming our daily lives, is reformed to the fast growth of technology is changing the way we live every day. Right? Hope you understood. So we can give the sentence or a paragraph and you can paraphrase it. Okay, reframe it. So that's a one more general task. Another one is a task completion. So task completion. So you can simply ask the question like arrange the given numbers in ascending order. I'll give some elements 10, 100, 20, 200, 30, 400. So obviously we'll be getting, let's arrange the form from smallest to largest, which is a ascending order. So completion, it's called as a task completion. Okay, task completion. So direct question and we'll be getting the answer. And the next one is a direct instruction. Direct instructions. So what are the first 10 prime numbers? So direct instruction. This is a direct instructions. So which comes with the question and answers also. Okay, this we have seen in a question and answers. Similar to that, the direct instructions without any examples. Okay, and also text simplification. So this is similar to our paraphrasing or summarization. Okay, so I'll give you the same thing. So simplify utilizing AI algorithms can significantly optimize computational process. Okay, so if I am unable to understand this particular sentence, I can use the word called as simplify. So automatically it will simplify the statement and it will give. Using AI algorithms can greatly improve a computational efficiency. Okay, right? So these are the different tasks which are suitable for zero shot prompts. Okay, so we have seen a translation, summarization, sentiment analysis, Q&A, text classification, paraphrasing, task completion, instruction, and text simplification. So don't forget to use these words before the sentence you are giving. So as I said that how clarity we are giving the prompt, that particular, that reflects on the quality of output generated by the model, AI model. Okay. Yes. So hope you understood this zero shot prompts. Once again, these zero shot prompts are mainly used for quick tasks. Okay. So whenever we want to get an instant results, so then we can go with the zero shot prompts. So hope you understood this one, and yes, hope you enjoyed the session. And if you really like my session, give a thumbs up and feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. Definitely I will try to clarify all your doubts, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So in today's session we'll see one more type of prompt in generative AI, that too in prompt engineering. So in our previous session we have seen zero shot prompts, so where directly it will give the answers for the questions we have given. So there will be no examples given for the instruction with the, along with the instruction, so that the complete output will be depending on the complete pre-trained knowledge of the AI model. Now in today's session we'll see one more concept, that means one more type of prompt, that is a one shot instructions or one shot prompts. So let us start the session. So here also we'll see a different kind of examples. So one shot prompts. So what is this one shot prompts means? The instruction is common here. So instruction gives what AI model have to do, right? And example along with the instruction, here we will also be giving the example, right? So the instruction plus example. So that is also only one example. Okay, that's also only one example. So that's why the name comes here with a one shot prompt. Okay, so instruction tells what AI model have to do, and the example tells what kind of output user expects. Okay, and also it shows the style or a format of output which it should produce, what kind of style, okay, in which way the user expecting the output. Okay, and here one shot prompts we will be giving the instruction, at the same time an example. Okay, and then why to use these one shot prompts, right? So the first reason is it helps the model to understand the user perspective, and the second one, it will automatically reduces ambiguous outputs. Okay, and also whenever the the zero shot prompts gives the inconsistency results, then alternatively we can go with this one shot prompt. So I'll give an example here, so that you will be understanding, and also we'll see the implementation. So coming to the example, first one is an instruction, so we need to give the instruction. So instruction, I am giving the instruction. So here the instruction, let us take explain the word given, right? That's an instruction. So here we are giving an example as, so input, example input, I'll give it as an apple. So how I should get the output? So the output should be like a round fruit that grows on trees and is usually red or green. Okay, so like this I need to get the output. Now explain the word, what is the input? I'll give it as some computer. Okay, now I'll give the same instruction. See, this is the instruction, explain the word given, and how I need to get the, if I give apple, I need the output as in a single sentence, a round fruit that grows on trees and usually red or green. Similarly, now I'll give the input as a computer, what will be the output. So I'll copy the same thing. See, in this chat GPT, I'll give here and just give, let us wait for the output. See, the output is electronic device that processes data and performs a task according to instructions given through programs. It can store, retrieve and manipulate information to help with the calculations and communications and various applications. For example, if you change this word apple with orange, a round juicy fruit with a tough bright orange skin and a sweet tangy flavor. So here we are giving the output, I mean the perspective, user perspective, how the user wants to get the result or output. So in the same pattern it will return the output. So hope you understood. Let us see one more example, right? So classify the statement as positive or negative. So this is similar to this, a text. What is the text here? I am giving, I like the movie. If I give this one as a text, so what will be the output? Output will be the sentiment analysis, right? So which is a positive meaning. And now the text or input, if the input is I don't like the movie, then what is the output? Okay, see, we are getting the output as negative. So here along with the instruction, so the instruction is classify the statement as positive or negative. So one example we are giving, right? One demonstration we are giving, and based upon that demonstration, the next pattern or the next output will be generated. So this is sentiment analysis. One example for sentiment analysis. And the third example, let us move on with the third example, translations. So if you want to translate the sentence from one language to another, so I'll give here translate. I'll write here. Okay. Example 2. The instruction is translate the sentence to Telugu. So what is the input? I'll give one example. Okay, I'll give one example. Good morning, and see, I'll write here. Okay, translate the sentence. Good morning in Telugu. See, I am getting the Telugu word, right? So I have to give the output also, one example. So in order to give the output, I am using the same thing, right? Now, input, thank you very much to all the subscribers. Then what will be the output, right? So I'll ask the same question. So I'm giving one example. So translate the sentence in Telugu. So I'm getting with the help of one example, the first example, I need to get the output for the second one. So I have given input as thank you very much to all the subscribers. So I got the same translated in Telugu. So along with the instruction, we are giving one example also, right? So one more. The major usage where we can use is in the competitive exams. So in the competitive exams, we might be learning a few questions, right? Like sequences. See, we'll see those kind of sequences as an example right now. So let us take if depressed is represented with a sad, then neat is represented with what? Okay, so these kind of questions we'll be experiencing in the competitive exams. So in that also, I have given one example. If depressed is the question, sad will be the answer, then neat is the question, what will be the answer? See, it's a clean. Okay, I am giving one example. So with the help of that pattern only we are getting the output. So one more such type of question, right? Example, another example. See, number series, we will be seeing the number of questions. If 1 is equal to 3 and 2 is equal to 6 and 3 is equal to 11, then 4 is equal to how much? So the same question will give, right? So I am giving some examples, right? Then I am asking the question. So here we have given the question. So it was taking some time. It was analyzing. See, we got the answer. If it is a 4, it is an 18. It was also giving the answer, solution. So function is equal to n square plus 2. So if it is 2, 2 square plus 2. If it is 3, 3 plus square, 3 square plus 2. So if it is 4, 4 square plus 2. It is an 18. So such type of questions also you can ask in this one shot prompts. Next, one more example, last example. We can also see the questions in a words, right? So if carom is coded as bz carom is coded as bz qqnl, oh sorry, bz qqnl, then horse is what? Horse is coded with what? So I'm giving one example so that I need the answer for the similar example, similar word, another word in the similar pattern, right? So it will decode the formula and it will tell us, right? Yes. So H is coded with the G, O is coded with N, R is coded with Q, S is coded with R, and E is coded with D. So G, N, Q, R, D is the coded format of horse, right? Yes. So these kind of prompts we call them as a one shot prompts. So where we have to give one example how the output should be generated, right? Yes. So hope you understood this one, and if you enjoyed the session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So in today's session, we'll discuss about one more type of prompt, that is a few short prompts. So in our previous sessions, we have seen 0 short prompts and 1 shot prompts. So coming to the 0 shot prompt, we have seen just we are giving some instruction. So based upon that instruction, the AI model will completely depends upon the pre-trained knowledge and it will generate the output. But coming to the second category, that is a one shot prompt. So along with the instruction, we are also giving some example so that we are giving an idea to the AI model how it should produce the output. So still there might be an inefficiency, right? So, sorry. So for that purpose, we are moving on towards the third types of prompts, that is a few short prompts here. That is similar to our one shot prompt. So along with the instructions, here we are also giving more than one example, right? So based upon that pattern, the AI model will generate the output. So few short prompts are the today's session, and here we are going to give an instruction plus multiple examples. Yes. So a few short prompt means giving the AI a few examples of how you want it to respond before asking it to perform a similar task. So what happens if we give them few examples means it helps the model learn from patterns in your examples and produce more accurate and relevant results. So it will analyze the input and output given by the user so that it will generate the output for the new input, right? So here you can see instruction followed by example 1 input plus output, example 2 input plus output. So like that we can give two examples or 3 or 4 or 5 examples, right? So more than one example, right? And perfect few shot prompts should include 2 to 5 examples as I said just now. So it should be greater than 1, and it would be better if it doesn't exceeds of 5 examples, okay? And keep input output pairs consistent. So whatever the examples we are giving, so we have to make that input output pair as a consistent for all the examples, and end with a new task for AI to follow the learned pattern. So next we need to ask the question, right? The new input should be given at the end. So it will be working for the text generation, code, math, reasoning, creative writing, etc. etc. So hope you understood, right? Instruction plus few examples. So let us take one example, the recommendation or advice. So here I am giving two examples. The question, I want to read an essay science book, suggest one. And similarly, I am feeling stressed, suggest a relaxation technique. Okay, so here I am also giving the answer how I am expecting. So forget about this one, just apply the zero shot prompt. That means just I am giving this one, right? So that you can understand what is the importance of this few short prompts. So if I give this only instruction, okay, this is the only instruction, right? So that means no example. This is similar to zero shot prompt. So if I give this one, what I will be getting? Let us check. See, recommended resources. I am getting a lot of resources. So Web3 resources, similarly tutorials. So some schedule, it was giving some schedule and everything, right? Very huge information I am getting. What if I execute this one? So I am giving a few examples here, and then finally I am asking, now answer the question, I want to learn Python quickly, suggest a resource. So instead of giving only one instruction, before that instruction I am giving a few examples, and now I will check. Let us check what we'll be getting. So we'll get only one sentence answer. See, Learn Python the Hard Way by Jed A. Shah, a fast hands-on book for beginners. So because in this example we are giving two examples, that means input and output, okay, two samples. So with that the model will analyze the pattern and it will generate the output for the next question also. So here we are giving the next question I am getting here. So previously we are not giving any examples, directly I am asking the question so that it will be giving a lot of information. Okay, so hope you understood why we are going with the few short examples. So few short prompts, because we are giving some examples to get the output according to the user perspective. Similarly, let us move on with the second example, that is a grammar correction. So you want the model to correct a grammatical mistakes. Okay, so incorrect and correct statements. So these are the few examples I am giving, and now correct the following, and finally I am giving the question. So previously we have seen the things, perfect few short prompts. Here see, the third point is end with a new task. So here also I am ending with new question. So incorrect statement, so I have to get the correct one. See, incorrect, she go to school every day. Correct one, she goes to school every day. Example 2, incorrect, he don't like apples. Correct, he does not like apples. Incorrect, they was playing football, and correct is that they were playing football. And now correct the following statement, she were reading a book. Now I'll get the correct one based upon the previous example. See, the correct one is she was reading a book. So this is how we are expecting the output for this question, right? Yes. So let us go on with the third one, categorization. So if you want to classify types of animals. For example, see, I'll give the animal as lion. So what I am getting, I'll get a lot of information regarding lion, right? So very much information. Now I just want the category of that particular animal. So see, I am giving few examples. So if I give the lion, I just want output as wild animal. If I give cow, I just want to get output as a domestic animal. If I give dog, I need to get it as a domestic animal. Now, if I give tiger, what is an output? Okay. So I am giving some examples in order to get that thing. See, now also we have given a tiger. So I got the example, I mean the answer according to my perspective. So based upon my requirement, so I got a answer category wild animal. So because we are training the model with a few examples. So from this training itself, it will generate the new output. And one more thing, email tone. Let us go with the email tone. So email, based upon the text, it will give the tone, whether it is an angry or appreciative or sad or anything else. So for this also I am giving a few examples, and finally I am asking the question. See, first one, I am very disappointed with your service. So if the email consists of this kind of text, the tone is angry. And if the email consists of thank you for your quick response, then the result will be appreciative. And if the email consists of the content like please send me the details by tomorrow, it's a polite request. Now, based upon these three above examples, I need to know the tone of an email with I am looking forward to our meeting next week. So let us check. See, excited or a positive anticipation. I am looking forward to our meeting next week. Okay, right? And the next one, tagline generation. Tagline generation. So if I give a product, I need a tagline. See, for this, you can go with a tagline for coffee shop. See, I'm getting a lot of taglines here. Okay, if I give tagline for coffee shop, I'm getting a lot of taglines. So instead of getting all those uh, bulk of information, I'm giving a few examples. See, a few example: coffee shop, wake up to happiness. If the product is online learning app, learn anywhere, anytime, and eco-friendly bottle, save water, save earth. Now, based upon the three above examples, I want to get a tagline for a pickles, traditional Andhra. So if I give this one, I'll get, see, the taste the tradition in every bite. I will get only one tagline because in the above examples, I am giving a product name and I am getting only one tagline. In the similar way, whenever you give the product name, it will return only one tagline. So based upon the previous results. And the next one, last one, fact extraction. See, here some information we are giving. The first one, text, Albert Einstein was born in 1879 in Germany. The fact, Albert Einstein, birth year 1879, birthplace Germany. Okay, so I need to extract the information from the given data, right? Like birth year, birthplace, and name. So the next, the last one, I am giving the input. Isaac Newton formulated the laws of motion in 1687. Now, if I give this one, I'll get the information. Isaac Newton formulated laws of motion in 1687. It doesn't find out with a birth year, so it will extract some information and it will give that information, major information, important information from the given example. So in this first example, you can see Albert Einstein, the birth year and birthplace. In example 2, the Eiffel Tower was built in 1889 in Paris. The fact is Eiffel Tower built 1889 and location is Paris. And now from the last one, the input, Isaac Newton formulated the laws of motion in 1687. So the main part is the person, the scientist name Isaac Newton formulated laws of motion, and in the year 1687. So like this. So if you want to get the output in a desired format, so in your customized format, then we need to give some examples along with the instruction, so that the AI model will analyze the examples given by the user, and it will produce the output for the instruction in the similar way. Okay, so if it is a zero shot prompt, there will be no example, only instruction will be given. If it is a one shot prompt, along with the instruction, only one example will be given. But if it is a few short prompts, along with the instruction, there will be more than one examples. So it will be good practice if you give more 2 to 5 examples. Okay, more than one, and not more than 5. Right? So hope you understood today's session. A few short prompts. So let's stop here, and if you are having any doubts regarding this one, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. Definitely I will try to clarify all your doubts. If you really enjoyed the session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So in today's session, we'll see one more type of prompt in prompt engineering. So in our previous sessions, we have seen different types of prompt engineering with different examples. So in that we have seen zero shot prompts, one shot prompts, and few short prompts. In those cases, along with the instructions, we are giving some examples so that the AI model will analyze the pattern of the given examples, and it will generate the output in the same pattern. Now in today's session, we'll see one more type of prompt called role based prompts. So along with the instructions, we need to specify the role which AI model should be using, right? So this the main aim of this role based prompts means it assigns a specific role to the AI model, which helps it to generate the responses, right? So the AI model will be acting as that particular role, and it will be generating the output. And by giving a role to the AI model, it generates the output more relevant and accurate. So based upon the role, so the model will be generating the very good results. And it also reduces the trial and error methods, because the output will be refined or fine-tuned in a different trial and error methods, right? So that's why we are saying that generative AI is a chat based interaction. And also it generates the domain specific outputs, so it makes the consistency of the text. So how we have to give these prompts means the syntax. We can start with these words act as the role, okay, and followed by the instruction, right? So I'll explain you. Let us see a few examples here. First, I need to know the architecture, the transformer architecture. Excuse me. So in the Gen AI, we have seen the types of generative AI models. In that we have seen the transformer model, right? So where the ChatGPT will be using the same model. I need to know the information. So I'll start here with act as AI expert. So I need to know the answer by the AI expert. Okay. So I am saying that imagine the ChatGPT as a AI expert, and now explain what transformer architecture mean in a simple terms. Okay, so before giving the instructions, we are saying what role it should act. Okay, now I'll get a few things. See, what is a transformer, right? So I'll be getting the simple thing. And see, now I'll tell you, let us take see explain about loops in C programming or a Python programming, whatever it may be, no issue. Python programming. So I'll be getting a lot of information here. See, it will generate everything. So what is a loop, types of loops, example, output, okay, while loop, example, output, and also continue, break. And in Python we can also use else in the loops, so that will also be kept. Now see, if I want to teach the same concept in a class for the BTech students, so I'll refine the prompt as act as computer teacher. Okay, teaching in or teaching to engineering students, explain loops in Python programming. So I have instead of giving the only instruction explain loops in Python programming, I am giving one more role, that acting the AI model as a computer teacher which teaches to the engineering students. Now we can get the information. See, topic loops, so types of loops, some sort of refinement will be done here. Okay, see loop control statements, right? So key points for engineering students, right? So with the help of instructions, along with the instructions, we are also giving some rule. And one more example I'll give you: act as a YouTube content creator, YouTube content creator, and explain loops in Python programming. Let us see what it comes with. See, opening scene. So it was completely giving the script. Okay, opening scene. So what we have to do: hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into the Python loops, etc, etc. What is a loop? Okay, and the types of loops. See, loop control tricks, right? Quick tips for you, and a closing scene. You can observe the difference. Okay, the concept will be the same, but the way of presenting will be different. Okay, so while explaining the same thing in for engineering students, that will be different, and recording a video or demonstrating the loops in a YouTube, so that will be somewhat different. Okay, so you can see I can also create a short YouTube script with animations and examples, 5 minutes video. So we can also, this is called a trial and error method. If you go with a yes, automatically it will return a YouTube script for a 5 minutes video, right? So hope you understood. Along with the instructions, we are also giving some sort of role. Okay, and see, I just want to get a some tips to answer. Tell me about yourself, because for every in any interview, the first question will be the tell me about yourself. I just want to know the tips for answering the question. Tell me about yourself. So, if I ask the same thing, act as an interviewer. So, according to the interviewer point of view, and give me tips to answer the question, tell me about yourself. And you can see question, tell me about yourself. So we got some kind of information. So it was giving also some tips to make it a strong. Okay, example, we are getting some example. Okay, so like that, we need to give some role before asking the instruction. So one more small example and I'll stop, right? So act as uh, social media expert, and write a thank you message, thank you post for reaching 665k subscribers. Right now you can see So social media ready, engaging thank you post for reaching 665 subscribers, and I'm getting the complete script. Okay, what to be delivered. That's a thank you message for reaching the milestone 665k subscribers, right? So definitely without the role also we'll be getting the answers, but if you specify that role, definitely there will be some consistency maintained while generating the output, and also the output will be relevant and accurate and consistent. Okay, so if you want to use these prompts, don't forget to give the role. Obviously you'll find the difference. Okay, so hope you understood this role based prompts, and if you are having any queries regarding this, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. Definitely I'll try to clarify all your doubts. If you really enjoyed the session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So in today's session we'll see one more type of prompts in prompt engineering. So in our previous session we have seen a few types of prompt engineering, that is zero shot prompts, one shot prompt, few shot prompt, instructions based prompts, as well as role based prompts. And today we'll see two more types of prompts, that is open-ended prompts and the closed-ended prompts. So here a small difference among these two. Open-ended prompts are the prompts which will be giving multiple answers, whereas closed-ended prompts are the prompts which gives a single answer. It doesn't give the multiple answers. That's the only difference among the open-ended and the closed-ended. So we'll see the comparison between them and also some examples. Yes. So let us start. So here, let us see the open-ended prompts. As I said, it allows the multiple answers. That means the prompt which gives the multiple answers. Okay, it comes under this category, open-ended prompts, and it is used to generate a detailed, creative, and critical thinking responses. So once, if the question is having a multiple answers, that is automatically it's a detailed answer. So that's why these prompts comes under the category of open-ended prompts, which gives them multiple answers. So one best example you can see, what are the advantages and disadvantages of social media? If the instruction or if the prompt is in this way, what are the advantages and disadvantages of social media? So obviously this question will be having a multiple answers. So that will be, social media will be having usage of social media will be having more than one advantage as well as more than one disadvantages. So multiple answers we can expect for this particular question. Similarly, you can see what is the impact of AI in medical diagnosis. So how this artificial intelligence is being used in a medical diagnosis. So in many factors we are using this artificial intelligence, particularly in a healthcare. Right, so this question will also be giving multiple answers. So whatever the prompts we are using which leads to the multiple answers, that comes under the open-ended prompts, and the quite opposite to the open-ended prompts is the closed-ended prompts. So here the closed-ended prompts are the direct questions that usually have a single correct answer. So it doesn't return the multiple answers, but it will return a single answer. And the single answer means the results can be either yes or no, a true or false, or just a number or some fact. So if it is a yes or no, obviously there will be only one answer. True or false, only one answer. For example, multiple choice questions. So multiple choice questions, there will be one question and we need to select only one correct answer from the four answers. So it will also be having only one correct answer. So all those comes under this closed-ended prompts. So best example for this is, so can data be stored in a cloud server? So obviously yes. And see, the process of converting plain text to unreadable code is called, it's nothing but an encryption. There will be no other answer for this one. And choose one, here the instruction itself specifying choose only one, which protocol is used for secure web communication. Similarly, can a YouTube be used for education purpose? Just yes or no. So the result will be either yes or no, but the explanation can be given for that particular, I mean the justification can be given why yes and why no. Okay, so these the prompts which gives only one answer comes under this closed-ended prompts. You can see the differences among these open-ended prompts and the closed-ended prompts. So coming to the first aspect, that is a response type. So it will be descriptive because it will be having a multiple answers. So it is a descriptive or analytical. But coming to the closed-ended prompts, we'll be getting only one answer, that is a factual or a specific. And coming to the number of answers, as we discussed it, many possible. So that's why we are saying more than one. And here only one correct or a few, very few. And example, so one question, I mean one prompt, explain why cybersecurity is important. So there are many reasons. There might be having a many reasons. So that complete reasons will be given in this open-ended prompt. And coming to this closed-ended prompts, is cybersecurity important? So before going why, we are asking it is. That means we'll get either yes or no. So exact answer, right? And this open-ended prompt encourages the critical thinking in order to give the complete analytical or a descriptive answers. And coming to the closed-ended prompts is a recall or a recognition. And the main application, that means where we are going to use these open-ended prompts is, so essays or discussions. If there is an essay or a discussion, you can go with the open-ended prompts. And if it comes with a quiz or test or exam, then we can go with the closed-ended prompts, right? So hope you understood this one. And now we'll see examples, right? So we will execute these prompts so that you will be understanding. So the first prompt, coming to the open-ended prompts, I'll ask this question. I mean this prompt. We should not tell it as a question. I am giving the prompt. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of social media? So we'll be getting a multiple answers. See, advantages. There are a lot of advantages. Easy communication, information and awareness, and business and marketing opportunities, very good, and talent and creative showcase, etc., etc. So we'll be getting a lot of answers here, right? It doesn't restrict it to only one answer. There will be a lot of advantages and disadvantages. Similarly, the second question, explain how social engineering attacks can be identified. So like phishing, okay, social engineering attacks means a phishing attacks. Okay, how many types or how many categories? How these social engineering attacks can be identified. Let us check out this one. See, again we are getting multiple answers. We may get the multiple answers. See, yes, how social engineering attacks can be identified. So you can see. So we are getting some definition based upon the human psychology. The attack will be done. So one is a suspicious and urgent messages, unknown or unusual senders, etc. So we'll be getting a lot of answers, right? So these kind of questions we may expect multiple answers. And coming to the closed-ended prompts, so let us see, can data be stored in a cloud server? So I'll stop here and let us check out this. See, can data be stored in a cloud server? Yes, obviously. See, we got an exact answer. Yes, data can be stored in a cloud server. So we are getting the explanation, but the answer is only one. And coming to the next one, so can YouTube be used for education purpose? So for this also we'll be getting only one answer, either yes or no. And afterwards we can expect the explanation why, right? So you can observe the prompt. If you are giving this prompt, we are getting only one answer. If you are using this prompt, we'll be getting multiple answers. So that shows the difference between open-ended prompts and the closed-ended prompts. So hope you understood the difference among open-ended and closed-ended. And let's stop here. And hope you enjoyed the session. If you really enjoyed the session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So in today's session we'll see one more type of prompt in prompt engineering, that is constraint based prompts. So in our earlier sessions we have seen the types of prompts. So in that we have covered zero shot prompt, one shot prompt, few shot prompt, and instruction based prompts, and role based prompts, and open ended and closed ended prompts. So in today's session we'll see one more type, that is a constraint based prompts. So here the name itself indicates along with the instruction we need to give some constraints. So here the constraints means the limit, or how we are expecting the result, the conditions, okay, and the output format, and everything we need to give in terms of constraints, right? So based upon the conditions and the limits we are giving, the machine or AI model will be generating the output by satisfying all the conditions given by the user. See, the construction based prompts, a construction based prompt clearly defines the machine the model must follow while generating its output, and it helps ensure the response is structured, accurate, and within the scope. So, by giving the constraints, definitely the output will not be get deviated from the context. So, we'll be getting the structured and accurate output. And these kind of prompts are perfectly suitable in technical writing, coding, report generations, and the educational content. See, let us take one example so that you will be understanding. So I am giving what is machine learning. So I'm giving a prompt, what is a machine learning? So for that I am getting a lot of information. See, machine learning, simple definition, example, key steps, types of machine learning. So all these things we got. And if I am just rewriting the prompt, what is machine learning, or define machine learning in one sentence. So I am giving, I just want to know what is a machine learning in one sentence. So here the constraint is one sentence. So I will be getting the result only in one sentence. Or see, what is machine learning? This is the prompt I am giving. Explain in 100 words. So again I am giving the constraint 100 words. I need the explanation of machine learning. That means elaborate the machine learning concept in only 100 words. So I can get the complete output only within the 100 words. So like that we can give the constraints. See, compare generative AI and traditional AI. So I just want to give one more prompt. So comparison between generative AI and a traditional AI. So I'm getting a lot of content here. See, I'm getting a lot of content. So I just want to know only major three differences. So what are the, so compare generative AI and traditional AI and give only, or major three differences. I just want to compare generative AI and traditional AI, that is an instruction, and give major three differences. I need to know only the three differences. See, right? So I can also give, so I'm again refining this prompt, three differences in tabular format. I need to know the differences in a tabular format. So definitely we'll be getting the tabular format. Okay, so like this we can give the constraints so that the machine will be understanding the constraints and it will generate the output by satisfying all the constraints and conditions given by the user. See, I'll give you an example. See, yes. So the next one, why to use this constraint based prompts? What is the importance? So by using these constraint based prompts, it gives a focused answer. So it can avoid some irrelevant information and extra information, and what we required, that we will be getting in a single shot. So next, saves a lot of time because it will be shorter, clear, and easy to read. So we can give our instructions very clearly. So how much clarity you will be giving the instructions, that much quality we will be getting the output. And ensures the correct format. So we may also give the format, in which format we require. So there's also one constraint. And improves the accuracy. So obviously it will follow all the rules and it will obey all the conditions given by the user while generating the output. And definitely it will be useful for teaching and content creation. So by using the role based prompts and these constraint based prompts, so definitely we can create a new content. Okay, and also we can maintain some consistency on the context, right? And let us see the syntax, the structure of a constraint based prompt. So the first one, three parts will be there. One is the task, constraints, and the format. The task is the instruction what we are expecting or what we are asking, and the constraints are the rules. So whatever the rules or limitations or conditions we are giving, so rule 1, 2, 3, and so on. And finally the format is the output format, in which format we are expecting the result. Okay, so let us take an example. See, the task is explain the concept of recursion in Python, and the constraint use a simple. So I'll give this one. Explain the concept of recursion in Python. I'll give the simple prompt, only simple prompt. So so there is some expectation on my mind, but I'll be getting a lot of stuff here. Okay. Yes. Now I'll add some constraints. Use a simple and beginner friendly language. Okay. And include one code example with comments. One code example with comments. You can see we are having a few things, right? So one code example with comments, and limit the explanation to 100 words. I just want to limit the explanation and add one line summary at the end. So at the end of the content output, I need a one line information, right? So I'm giving this prompt, constraint based prompt. See, a short explanation in 100 words and example code with the comments and one line summary at the end, right? So like this we can create, we can use the prompts. See, write a Python program to check if a number is a prime. Let us go with this particular thing. See, it will remember all the prompts which we are using here. Okay, so see, we are getting some kind of code and followed by how it works explanation. Now I am giving some constraints. Must use a function named is prime. See here, we didn't use any function. Okay, the program which was generated is not in a functions. So now I just want to use a function name is prime and use a for loop. I just want to use a for loop and add some test cases. So these are the constraints. I'm not giving the format. Okay, so if I optimize this prompt with the constraints, see, the function is prime and use a for loop. Okay, sample test case. So I'm also asking one condition, add a sample test case. So here I am getting one test case and I am getting the result, right? So like this we can use the constraint based prompts. And also see, write a 60-second YouTube script for a video on a recursion in Python. So again, if I want to record a shot with a 60 seconds duration, I am asking the AI model to generate the YouTube script, okay, for the topic. And the constraints, it should include the engaging hook for the first 10 seconds and the explanation, and finally end with a call to action. So like subscribe note. Okay, so I'm giving the same thing here, and let us check whether it will be generating or not. Yes, so hook 0 to 10 seconds will be getting the intro, and then explanation 10 to 30 seconds, 30 to 50 seconds is an example, and finally closing line 50 to 60 seconds is a closing line. So subscribe note. right? So like this, we can give the constraints and we can limit the output generation from the AI model, right? So I'll stop here and hope you enjoyed the session. And if you really understood my session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So in today's session, we'll see one more type of prompt in prompt engineering, that is chain of thought prompts. So in our previous session, we have seen a lot of different types of prompts, and today we'll go with the chain of thought prompts, which is also called as COT prompts, right? Yes. So this chain of thought prompts are the type of prompting technique used in AI and a prompt engineering that encourages the model to think step by step before giving the final answer. So usually we are giving some prompt so that the AI model will analyze and definitely will get some answer. But here the chain of thought prompt is a prompt which makes the AI model to think and give the step-by-step procedure, okay, of an answer. So when I am saying it is a step-by-step, so this kind of prompts are especially useful for maths, logical reasonings, and the coding tasks. And this COT prompt explicitly asks the model to explain its reasoning process. So before it gives the answer, we are supposed to ask the AI model to explain step by step how we are getting that particular answer. So the main reasons to use these COT prompts is, first one, obviously it will improve the accuracy and also debug model thinking and makes the responses explainable and transparent. So blindly we should not follow the answer. We will be getting the complete information about that answer. Okay, how we are getting the answer. So as we discussed it just now, it is suitable for education, coding, and the data analysis. So usually along with this prompt, we need to use some strings. Say common COT prompts. We have to start the prompt with these words, right? So first one, let's think step by step, and followed by the prompt which you want to get. And similarly, explain how you got the answer. Okay, so we need to ask the prompt, and also we have to use this particular prompt. Explain how you got the answer. So we are expecting the reason behind the answer. And similarly, show your reasoning before giving the final result. So that gives an instruction to the AI model. So don't give the final result. So give the reasoning to get the final result. And break down the problem logically, and finally think aloud before answering the question. Right? So these words we need to give for the COT prompts so that the AI model will generate the result along with the step-by-step procedure. So let us take an example. See, think step by step and explain how a recursion works with an example. So let us use the same prompt here. So I have started this think step by step and explain. So the AI model will give the complete step by step information, right? Step by step with a clear example. So base case, see example, see step by step how it was being done, right? So now see, if I give explain recursion, okay, explain recursion, this is a one more prompt. It's an instruction based prompt. See, I am getting this one important and summary. So we are getting only these things. So whenever you call it as a step by step, see here the prompt is a step by step explanation. See here there is an example, and see how these factorial has been calculated. This is step by step. So factorial of 4, factorial of 3, factorial of 2, factorial of 1, so on, right? So this is you feel the difference, right? So without the COT prompt and with the COT prompt, so we'll get the complete explanation. demonstration, right? See, one more prompt, one more example. Let us take a pen cost some $10 or 10 rupees, and a notebook cost of 40 rupees. So how much for three notebooks and the two pens? Show steps. So this is a COT prompt. I'm just giving the question. So I'm just giving the question. So yes. So previously we have given the prompt, the COT prompt. Automatically the further things will also be getting the same prompt. Okay. So we are getting the detailed calculation. So show steps. Let us see if there any difference among that or giving the same thing. See, step 1, step 2, add them units, tens, hundreds. So somewhat a detailed explanation is here. Okay, somewhat detailed explanation is here. Some sort of difference is there. And let us go with the another. Let's think step by step. How do a computer executes a Python program? So here also we are asking the step by step procedure. How does a computer executes a Python program? So the complete procedure will be getting step by step. Yes. See, write the source code, you start the Python process, the interpreter reads the source file, lexical analysis, parsing will be done, AST transformations will be done, compilation to the bytecode, the Python virtual machine executes the bytecode, and execution model, memory management, build C extensions, errors and exceptions, exit. See, so complete details step by step. Okay, so this is how it will be useful in the education as well as the coding, and also these kind of logical reasonings. See, show your reasoning before giving the final result. So I just want to get the result. Okay, so before giving the result I just want to know the reason. Okay, how we are getting 3 plus 2 is equal to 43, 4 plus 3 is equal to 54, and so on, right? We are asking the complete detailed information. So it will analyze and it will do that. See, yes. So here we are getting, right? So the number left number 3 appears as the second digit, and the first digit is 3 plus 1 4. Similarly, first digit 4 plus 1 5, and second digit 4. First digit 5 plus 1 and second digit 5. And inferred rule a plus b, the result is a concatenation of a plus 1 followed by a. So we are getting the same thing. Okay, so 95, apply the same to the 9 plus 5. So 10 and 9, it will be 109. So we are getting the complete information step by step how we are getting a 109. Okay, it was not giving the direct answer, but it was completely explaining how we are getting this 109. So this is how the COT prompts will be used. So this is called as a chain of thought prompts. Okay, so particularly we have to use these kind of prompts while giving the instruction. So let's think step by step, demonstrate or show your reasoning. Okay, so all these kind of prompts we have to give along with the instruction. So that we call it as a COT prompt, chain of thought prompts. Right. So hope you understood the session, and if you enjoyed the session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So in today's session we'll see one more type of prompt, or rather we can say combining all the prompts which we have seen so far. So that is a well structured prompt. So in our previous sessions we have seen different kinds of prompts. In that we have seen the constraint based prompts, input based prompts, as well as output based prompts, role based prompts, and also instruction based. So we are combining all these types of prompts, and we are using one prompt called as a well structured prompt. So without delay, let us start. So first we know what is a prompt. So a prompt is a instruction given to the AI model. Okay, so to get the task. So a prompt is an instruction or an input you give to an AI model to get a specific output. It is like asking a well crafted question or giving the directions. So because based upon the quality of your prompt, the quality of the result will be, right? So how clarity you are giving the prompt, that much quality will be getting the output. Yes. So that's why the structure of a very good prompt, so a prompt is completely different with a good prompt. So because we have said that this generative AI is a chat based, so once we are giving one instruction, we'll be getting some output and we are fine tuning it. That means again we are giving some more instructions to get the optimized output. So in order to avoid such trial and errors, so if we give a good prompt, automatically we'll be getting the perfect output and optimized output. So that prompt we are calling it as a well structured prompt. So this is a well structured prompt. Okay, so what it includes? So first one, role. So we need to specify the role, so which the AI model should act, right? That is the most important for well structured prompt. So tell the model who it is or what role it should take. So according to that perspective, the AI model will generate the output. So for example, if you want to explain some concepts in Python, so you can give the role of AI model as a Python tutor. So first we need to start with this particular thing. So you are an expert Python tutor. You explain so and so topic. So the AI model will treat it as a Python tutor and it will generate the output for our instruction. And the second one is a task or instruction. So clearly we need to describe what we require. So explain how loop works in Python, example. And the input or a data, which is an optional. So input means, so it provides the data or the text the model need to process. So simply we can say who are the audience for whom we are getting the output. So here the example C, students already understand variables and conditional statements. So in order to explain loops in Python, we are giving the input as, okay, I need to explain the same thing for the students who already understood these variables and conditional statements. So according to that, the output will be generated. And the output format, in which output, in which type we require, whether it will be in a paragraph or with a points or with a comparison table, etc. So description for this output format, tell how you want the response to look. See, I need this loops concept in a bullet points with examples. And then the constraints and the style. So what are the constraints you require? Okay, so limit the paragraph or limit the points. So everything comes under the constraints. So add limits or a tone. Example, word limit, formality or simplicity. And use a simple language for the beginners. Example. And example, you can also give some example so that based upon that example, the output will be generated in the same pattern. So this is also an optional. So you can give or you may not give. Okay, so here the input, the targeted audience, as well as the example, both are optional things. So you can see the description, show the model what kind of answer you are expecting. So based upon this example, it will analyze and the output will be generated in the same pattern. And example, explain recursion using a factorial example. So this is an example we are giving. Okay, see a prompt formula. Finally, a prompt formula will be, so combining all these things, role, task, input, output, constraints and example. So the same thing here, role or context plus task or goal plus input plus output format plus constraints plus example. So we need to combine all these things, which gives a well structured prompt. Example, let us take unstructured prompt. C. Explain loops in C. So this is a just instruction. Okay, this is a just instruction. I'm giving the same thing to uh, this one model. So we can get a lot of content. Okay, what is a loop? Types of loops, some syntax, example. So like that, it will follow some sort of uh, theme and we'll get the complete information about that. Okay, here we are not giving any example, here we are not giving any targeted audience, here we are not giving any role, and here also we are not giving any constraints. But if you optimize this one with a well structured prompt, see, I'm giving role. You are a C programming instructor explaining basic concepts of first year engineering students. And task, explain loops in C programming with syntax and examples. Input, so students already understand variables and conditional statements. Output format, define, explain each type, show one example, one simple code example for any one loop. And constraints, keep it short and beginner friendly, so within around 150 words. So if the prompt is optimized in this way, so this the complete thing is a prompt. Okay, role, task, input, output, constraints. I'm not giving any example here because it's an optional. So for this particular prompt, so I'll be getting in a very simple way. For example, you can see here, so there is no syntax, so the syntax is in this way. Okay, so example is in this way. But now in the prompt we are saying explain loops in C programming with syntax and examples. Students already understand variables and conditional statements, and explaining basic concepts to first year engineering students. So from the scratch we need to give information for the first year. So see, theoretical types of loops in C: for loop, syntax, while loop, do while. Okay, and then a small example, and also very simple, short and simple. So that we have given in the constraint. See, keep it short and a beginner friendly. So automatically the content will be based upon your prompt. So we'll take one more example and we'll close. See, go with one more example. See, role, you are a high school science teacher and explain the concept of photosynthesis to ninth grade students. And constraints, use a clear age appropriate language because these are the school students. Okay, the words and the vocabulary should be simple. So age appropriate language, include a real world analogy and keep it under 100 words. And the output format, the topic and the explanation. Okay, I need the explanation in this format. See, I'm just copying this one and we can give it to the model and we can check what we are expecting. See, output format, topic, explanation. So in the same way we are getting topic, explanation. So the explanation should be in 100 words. Obviously the explanation is in 100 words. And use a clear and age appropriate language. Simple language is a process which green plants make their own food using sunlight, water and carbon dioxide. And also include a real world analogy. So here it is. See, glucose, oxygen, and a plant version of cooking. Sunlight is the stove, and the raw materials are the ingredients. So it was explaining the concept using the real world analogy. Okay, so this is how we can get the optimized output based upon the well structured prompts. So once again I'm repeating, the prompt is completely different with a well structured prompt. So why we are using these well structured prompts means the comparison between unstructured and a structured audience. So that was not defined in the unstructured. So based upon the audience itself, we are getting the output. So we can give the targeted audience in the structured prompt. And the coverage. So there is low limitation for the unstructured. So it is incomplete. And structured, here we are specifying to whom we are giving the answer. And example, so it's a, we are not giving any kind of example how we required it. So here we can give the example how we are expecting the output. And the clarity, definitely the constraints and the clarity, it's a medium and it's very clear in unstructured. And also practicality is low, very low in unstructured and high in the structured. So always it's better to use these well structured prompts to avoid the multiple trail and errors in order to get the output, right? So hope you understood this well structured prompts, so which combines all the types of prompts so far which we have learned, right? Yes, so let's stop here and Hope you enjoyed the session. If you really understood the session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.